You know what? I enjoyed this film for a lot of reasons. It's fun, it's witty, it's dark. Let's talk about the film GATLOPP. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film GATLOPP, which is available now digitally and on demand. Now, this film was originally supposed to be released a few weeks ago, then it got pushed back a little bit longer, but nonetheless, it's available now. I have had a chance to check this out a while ago. Now, just getting to my review, I've been completely swamped. It's ridiculous how much is on my plate right now. But I wanted to make sure I got this review in because you needed to know about it. Now, the first thing that jumps out to me with this film is sort of the aesthetic to it. There was a film that I checked out, let's just say it was about 2 years ago, called Scare Me. Director and written by Josh Rubin, stars Josh Rubin and Aya Cash. Now, if you've seen this film on Shudder, it's, you know, it's totally feels like a pandemic film because it has a small cast, small setting, but truly it's the power in the actors. The actors truly make the film work. And what I mean by that is that because of this visual stimulation that the actors provide in terms of kind of acting, you know, I don't want to say method acting, but sort of acting, you know, almost as if almost they're on a stage play and whatnot. And they just really are beyond charismatic, that these characters that they're playing, they're like in the images that they're providing from these characters just seems much larger than what's really happening. And with this, it's sort of the same thing, tapping into a little bit of nostalgia and also kind of hitting some other popular films of the past, I should say. So like there's traces of this film of things that you've seen in the past. Like you can say like this is the dark stepchild of Jumanji, but nonetheless, you know, it's fun. And it's about a group of old friends who all get together for some fun and games. And then you all know what that means, some drinks, some obviously with the nostalgia, going down memory lane, talking about, you know, old times, things that they've done and whatnot. But like because the fact that they haven't hung out in so long, you know, it's always that little uncomfortable moments of like what they've been up to and rehashing old things. But with this game GATLOPP that they bring about, well, the game has one really strong rule, and just, you know, you can't lie, because if you lie, then there's going to be repercussions, and those repercussions are these supernatural elements that are brought into it. So with that, you know, you have these folks that just are trying to, you know, conquer the game, stay alive, but also trying to, like, you know, provide truth to one another. And with the providing the truth, absolutely digs up old things that, you know, people were trying to avoid, dark secrets and whatnot. So all of the different things that you would expect. With that, you know, again, there's traces of this film that you've seen in other films, which is fine, but it still is very refreshing because this comedic side to it and the toning and the pacing just makes it enjoyable. It's truly an easy watch. When you have somebody like Jim Mahoney and Emmy Raver-Lampman as two of your leads in this out of the four, and the entire cast, I gotta say, is really well. Folks you've seen from all different types of projects, Insecure, Baywatch, and so on. But like just the meshing of these very different people, like I've seen all of their work in different instances, but seeing them all mesh together was like a happy combination that you didn't know you wanted until you got it and realized you needed it. And like it really worked. They fleshed really well together. There's so many good laughs. I think there's going to also kind of be a little bit of nostalgia for you all, even if you've had like those game nights with your friends or just catching it up, you know, inviting people back over to the house that you haven't seen over to a while. So like it hits all of that. And then with the game and whatnot, like it's all fun. And I gotta say, with like the supernatural element, the visuals with it, you know, is exactly what you think it was gonna be. It's nothing like really spectacularly good. It looks a little cheesy because that's the comedic side to it, and that's the fun side to it as well too, so that you don't ever want to take this film to be so dark. So like there's moments you're just going to completely laugh about how ridiculous it is. Just sort of just the lack of human nature, where like some of the reactions to some of the things that happen, you're just like, yeah, there's no way somebody will respond in that fashion. And it just tries to look fun. It gives you that very, satire feel in all aspects, and it's fun. Again, for the folks who grew up loving something like Jumanji, take that, the darker stepchild of it, with some comedy and just enjoy it, So totally think it's a good popcorn film, a good Friday night film, something if you can just put on and maybe you get a little bit distracted, but pop in for a few laughs in there or certain bits of dialogue that you can kind of connect with. I think it does all of that. It's totally a fun time. So, hey, I enjoyed this one. I think you should check it out. Again, for all the seriousness that's happening in all different other films, I think this is one that you could kind of like wedge in there and kind of break that up a little bit, get a little bit of laughs, get a little bit of kickback, and just watch these actors do a fantastic job. The cast really, again, makes this film work. Much like the film Scare Me, you have another group of folks who just came together that meshed well and just did what they did best, and just provide you some laughs and not an over-the-top serious plot, but just one that you kind of know enough about what's going on and just laughed about. And hey, I would be down for a sequel. There seems to be possibilities of something they can do beyond this, because the ending of this film is completely hilarious. I would love to see where they go with that. And last thing too, the script is good. The dialogue and the conversations had in this is really well. I think, again, when you terms of like giving the cast the ability to really shine and do what they do best, I think that the script is really well written for each one of these individual characters, that everyone truly has a moment of shining, and also being able to mesh really well together, that even when somebody shine, it doesn't overshine the next person. Everybody's just elevating each other and as the scenes continue. So, but yep, check it out. It's available now. Jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about it, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.